Welcome to my nightly sleep and stretch. I had a pretty intense day, so I'm actually really looking forward to this. So we're gonna start this on the floor, and we're gonna spend all of our time on the floor, just making sure that throughout this breathwork practice, throughout this stretch, we're really focusing on our breath. I want us to really connect to the feeling of gravity, and I want us to really use our deep breathing here. So when you're ready, we're gonna start this by laying down on our back, just getting comfortable on the floor. And I want you to start by just getting into this position right here, lifting your knees up towards you and just feeling your weight, letting that back stretch out. Whatever feels right to you in this position is exactly what I want you to do. I like to wiggle from side to side here. Just move gently. And I'm gonna go ahead and spread out my arms here, just opening up my chest and connecting to my breath. I want us to imagine that we're breathing like we're creating the sound of the ocean. So really creating that rumbling sound of waves washing on the shore, on the inhales and on the exhales. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth, making our inhales nice and deep and our exhales nice and long. Now from here, I'm just gonna let my knees fall over to one side and just, let that pressure just sink out of your spine. Make sure not to overextend your lower back here. So if you need a little pillow to prop up so your knees are not all the way on the ground here, that's no problem at all. Just breathe deeply here. Go ahead and switch to the other side here. Making sure that your lower back feels nice and safe, nice and relaxed here. Now, as we're doing this, it's always a good idea just to do a little double whammy and let's spend some time actually just focusing on a few things which we had experienced today, which were beautiful experiences. So I want you just to think of a couple things that you're grateful for, a couple of things that went well, and I just want you to feel into those feelings and make sure that that is what you're taking with you into your sleep. Go ahead and lift your knees up again. Now from here, I'm gonna come into my little bit of a baby, happy child, happy baby position. And I just want you to again, focus on rolling that lower back, those vertebrae, and those discs, all that pressure area from us doing and doing and doing, just roll that around and let it kind of just express itself. Whatever movements you want to do here, feel free to explore that. Do you already have 2, 3, 4 things which you're grateful for today? Now I started a gratitude journal every night. I have a good friend of mine to thank for that. She showed me that, and a really beautiful practice because it just ingrains a beautiful habit of no matter how much mud is around us or how much mud we're stuck in, we can always see the good if we choose to just cultivate that. Okay. Just letting go of our knees again here. Now I just want you to roll to one side. And gently flip on over. We're gonna go onto our knees here. And I'm just gonna start by just gently rocking myself back into this position right here. Just reversing where we were at a second ago. And we're just reversing this. Any pressure and weight around your shoulders just drop. And using your imagination, just imagine as that all that pressure that you feel that you might be fighting against, all that tension, just imagine how it resolves itself as lightly as possible. Don't give any energy to it. Don't give any tension to the tension. Don't fight it. Simply imagine how it slowly dissolves, trickling off your body or just expanding whatever way. I want you to walk your arms slightly to one side. We're just going to go for gentle stretches. I don't want you to go to your maximum here. I just want you to go into a very light stretch. More than anything else, we're looking for deep and connected breaths. So I'm going to link an app I love to use for some coherent breathing. It's called Breathe, the app. I'll link it now. Now I love to, as we're going to switch to the other side, I love to spend some time getting some coherent breathing in 10 to 20 minutes on the daily. Now, whether you do this in the morning after waking up, whether you do this at night before falling asleep, or even after a workout, it's all perfectly fine. The important thing is just that we're breathing deeply and relaxing. Now, that's why the stretching, it's nice, the physical sensation of stretching, but more importantly for good sleep than anything else is that we're getting into a rhythmic, deep breathing. Just the last few seconds here. Now you see me, I'm moving, allowing my spine to just gently wiggle down. All these movements, we're keeping it super open here. No need for that. Now I'm just going to thread my arm through using my left arm, threading that through and just gently placing my triceps and my shoulder onto the floor here. Again, just really softly stretching. No big tension. Just letting your lats and your back expand and stretch out here. Surrender in, surrender down. Let gravity be your friend here. Go ahead and switch sides. Now, gravity is an interesting, funky guy or gal, because it's something that it's nice to kind of play with. Sometimes we fight against it. Sometimes we want to escape it and jump and jump and flip and run and do all these things. But sometimes it's nice to just be moving in the opposite direction and let gravity just weigh us down and get heavy. If you're having trouble sleeping, then a good idea as well is that actually for some time I use these weighted blankets, which add that extra feeling of weight down. That can be really, really helpful if you're having insomnia or any things like night terrors and that kind of stuff. Beautiful. Go ahead and relax here and just sit back onto your knees. We're just going to spend just roughly 10 seconds, 20 seconds, giving our knees and our calves just this light stretch. This is all about connecting down to the floor again, making sure we're nice and relaxed. Spend a lot of time in the day up here doing things, so making sure we're returning to the earth. Now we're just going to go into our last few stretches here. I like to do this little 1990, which, as you see me here, if you're having confused in what position I am, I'm just from this position letting both knees drop to one side. That's what I did right there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to gently fold over here. Again, I'm not looking for my maximum length in the strict form, which you can check out my other routine, the hip routine, a beautiful stretch. But in this stretch right now, I just want to relax all the tension that I've stored. So this is just an area where I like to store tension. There's some tension right there. So again, using my breath and actually using the feeling of my body and using a little bit of that tension, of that push against me to know where I am in space, to ground myself. This is where I am right now. This is all that counts. Just relaxing for a good night's sleep. Just checking in with your breath again. See, can you bring in more oxygen? Can can you relax even deeper. Relax your head, the back of your head. Imagine as if any tension you feel in your neck is just opening up like this blossoming flower, and it's just pouring out of you into wherever. It doesn't even matter. Just don't even worry about where it goes. Just your job is just to release it. Beautiful. From here, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch sides, making sure that I get the other side as well. Now this side is a little bit trickier for me, and that's perfectly fine. We all have our asymmetries. That's something to learn to love. Why not have one more thing to love? Okay, just relaxing here again. I want you to forget all perfect postures. I want you just to let go. Beautiful. Now coming up again, and the last stretch I do is this stretch right here, in which I just create this fire log position. So it's just a normal cross-legged position. And what I'm going for here is I'm going for this triangle from the base of my spine into my knees, making sure that front knee is pretty much at 90 degrees here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my toes towards me, like this, and that makes sure that my knees are nice and protected as I then lean forward. Make sure I'm in camera frame here, making sure I lean forward, just gently relaxing, leaning over this, making sure I focus on my belly, my abdomen, and just imagining that pizza dough just completely surrendering. Free to walk your hands out here and explore again, or just keep them right here where they are, trying to just gain some length, but also just remembering we're going to bed, relaxing. This is not about maximal stretching. This is just about showing ourselves and our bodies some love. On an inhale, coming back up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and switch my sides just for good luck. And I'm going to go ahead, make sure I'm in this nice position as in here again. And then first getting nice and tall, nice, bringing my toes in, making sure my knees are nice and engaged. And then I relax forward, folding my belly button over that space towards my shins, and just relaxing. Beautiful. So that, my friends, was Maxi's sleep and stretch routine. I feel very, very relaxed right now. This is a perfect moment if you just want to sit here in awareness for a little bit, reflect on your day, or just be aware of this present moment and enjoy some non-doing, simply being. This is the perfect moment. If you still feel like you have some tension to release, I'd say drop the stretching, head on over to the Breathe app or any of the YouTube videos which are out there on coherent breathing, and just settle in to some coherent breathing for 10 to 15 or 20 minutes, and that'll relax you down. Guys, I wish you the sweetest of dreams and a beautiful nights of sleep.